Scorpio, something powerful is about to happen. A tall man will come to your house, and what unfolds between November 5th and 10th will shift the foundation of your destiny. You didn't arrive here by accident. You were drawn here by divine design, guided not just by curiosity, but by something deeper, perhaps a subtle voice inside, a quiet knowing, or a prayer whispered in the dark. Whatever brought you here, honor it, because this moment is sacred. It is a soul-level invitation to pause, to listen, and to realign with the rhythm of your higher path. Take a breath and let this settle. A new presence is approaching. Whether he shows up as a literal figure at your door or as a symbolic shift within your spiritual journey, his energy is real. He is tall not just in stature, but in purpose. He carries with him the power to activate long-dormant parts of your being and to call forth a version of you that has been hidden, waiting, yearning to awaken. Have you felt the air changing lately, Scorpio? Have your dreams been more vivid, your emotions more tender, your space feeling strangely heavier than usual? These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The universe is preparing your environment, both physical and spiritual, for a visitation that may very well change everything. And yet, this is not about being rescued. It's about being recognized. This man, this energy, this divine orchestration is not coming to fix you. It is coming to reflect you. To mirror your worth, your strength, your readiness. He is a response to what your soul has been calling in, perhaps even without words. This is your alignment arriving. This week, under powerful astrological alignments, Mercury moving through your 4th house, Venus conjunct Uranus, and Pluto in harmonious angle to the Sun, the energy of breakthrough, truth, and unexpected blessings is undeniable. You are not just in a new chapter. You are standing at the threshold of an entirely new book. And so, before we go any further, let me say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Every comment, every like, every share, and every subscription not only supports this channel, Miracle of the Sign, but strengthens a spiritual community grounded in faith, light, and healing. You make this journey real. You make it possible for others to find their way, just like you have. Now, Scorpio, I invite you to stay with me all the way to the end of this reading, because what the universe is about to reveal will not only make sense of your past but will give you a key to unlock your future. Let your heart remain open and your mind ready, for something extraordinary is in motion. If you've seen repeating numbers, vivid dreams, or felt a presence lately, let me know in the comments. Sometimes, writing it down is the moment we confirm to ourselves that it's real. And in doing so, we help others feel less alone in their awakening too. So tell me, what signs have been showing up for you lately, Scorpio? And what might they be leading you toward? Stay close, because the message ahead was meant for you. Scorpio, as we continue this sacred journey together, I invite you to slow your breath, listen more deeply, and allow the rhythm of this week's energy to truly land within you. What's unfolding between November 5th and 10th isn't just another astrological wave, it is a cosmic convergence that invites you into a threshold moment. The energies moving through your chart this week are not chaotic disruptions, but intentional activations designed to bring what is dormant in you back into movement. It is as if life itself is knocking at your door, asking, "Are you ready to come home to yourself?" With Mercury entering your 4th house, you may feel a soft pull inward toward your roots, your family patterns, your inner child, and even the ancestral whispers that live in the walls of your home. This is the house of memory and healing, of long-lost truths and the soil from which all personal growth must rise. Mercury here acts as both messenger and mirror. It brings conversations that matter, reflections that reach beneath your armor, and clarity about what needs tending within your personal sanctuary, that your actual living space or the home of your heart. Simultaneously, Pluto, your ruling planet, forms a trine with the Sun. This is no small transit. It is a cosmic permission slip to access the power you've spent years hiding or doubting. Pluto transforms through truth, and not gentle truths, but the kind that burn away illusions. When Pluto harmonizes with the Sun, it's like being offered a torch to enter the cave of your own soul, not to be consumed by darkness, but to claim the treasures long buried there. In this moment, power is not something to fear or misuse. It becomes a sacred responsibility to live as your most honest, embodied self. As this internal excavation occurs, Venus joins Uranus, sparking sudden and possibly shocking changes in areas related to love, money, and home. What you once clung to may fall away. What you thought was stable may shift. But remember this: the suddenness of change doesn't mean it is unsafe. In fact, sometimes what shakes you is what finally wakes you. There may be a knock at the door, literal or metaphorical, and behind it, something you didn't expect but have always needed. Perhaps that tall man we spoke of. Perhaps a truth you've refused to let in until now. The tarot cards for this week reflect this perfectly. The Tower arrives not to punish, but to remove the walls that keep your spirit contained. It clears the rubble so the star can emerge, a symbol of divine healing, of hope that rises from surrender, not struggle. And then there is the Emperor, the archetype of the tall man, the divine masculine, the structured force that comes not to dominate, but to protect and elevate. This figure may be someone arriving in your life, or it may be the embodiment of your own inner authority being restored. Even the angel numbers circling your field are speaking loudly now. 555 whispers of change that cannot be ignored. 1010 signals the completion of one soul lesson and the initiation of a new one. When you see these numbers, when you feel the air shift, when your dreams become more vivid, and brush it off. These are not coincidences. They are breadcrumbs from the divine, guiding you forward. So I ask you now, Scorpio, from the heart, have you felt something stirring lately? Has your body begun reacting to energies you can't name? Have you seen signs, repeating times on the clock, or dreamed of someone unfamiliar yet soulfully familiar? If so, leave a comment and share it. Writing it down is a powerful form of confirmation. And you never know, your story may be the key that unlocks someone else's awakening too. You are not alone in this. And what's coming is nothing short of sacred. Scorpio, if the energy of this week feels unusually intense, like something is shifting beneath the surface of your life, it's because it is. You're not imagining it. What's unfolding now carries a pulse, a signature of alignment that has been in motion long before this moment. And at the center of it all, there is a presence drawing closer. A tall man. But who is he, really? This presence may enter your life in the form of someone tangible, someone you meet face to face. He may arrive through your professional life, a connection introduced at the perfect time, or even an unexpected encounter that lingers in your spirit long after the moment passes. He is the kind of man who doesn't just take up space, he alters it. He brings with him an energy that's undeniable, mature, steady, grounded, and deeply awake. He does not come to dazzle, but to witness. And most importantly, to reflect something back to you that you may have forgotten, your own strength. But even if no one knocks on your door this week, the invitation remains. Because this tall man might also be a Mirrora symbolic activation of your inner masculine energy rising to meet you. This isn't about gender. This is about balance. About stepping into that part of you that leads with integrity, sets firm boundaries, protects what's sacred, and takes responsibility for your vision with calm authority. It's the return of your inner emperor, the part of you that doesn't wait for life to choose you, but who chooses life on purpose. It's important to understand that this arrival, whether external or internal, doesn't mean you've been broken or incomplete. It's not about someone coming to save you. It's about someone or something coming to recognize the power you've carried all along. Like a divine echo, this energy responds to your readiness. You have been planting seeds of growth, healing, and self-worth, even when you didn't know it. And now, those seeds are sprouting. You're not being rewarded for your wounds. You're being met because of your willingness to rise from them. Think of it like this. Sometimes the most powerful awakenings are not loud or explosive ethereal quiet acknowledgments. They arrive like a gentle knock at your door, asking if you're ready to live at the level of who you truly are. Are you ready to walk in the fullness of your own authority? To make decisions that support your long-term peace instead of short-term comfort? To love yourself enough to receive someone or something that actually sees you? This encounter, this reflection, is sacred. It isn't just about timing. It's about alignment. You may have waited years for a moment like this, and not because you were being punished. No, you were being prepared. Growth is rarely instant. Just as a garden cannot flourish before the soil has been tilled and nourished, your life could not blossom until you were rooted in self-respect and spiritual clarity. If that's where you are now, Scorpio, then this is your season. And if you've been feeling it, dreaming vividly, seeing repeating numbers, sensing a shift in your environment, say it out loud. Acknowledge it. Leave a comment and confirm that something is stirring in you. When we speak the truth of our awakening, we not only ground it into the physical realm, but we make space for others to step into their own realizations too. And that is where transformation begins, not in isolation, but in the shared courage to say, I feel it too. I'm ready. Scorpio, by the time this moment arrives in your journey, something within you already knows, the energy has shifted. You feel it not as a dramatic event, but as a subtle and consistent hum beneath your everyday life. The air feels heavier in your home, not in a way that suffocates, but in a way that calls attention. It's as if the very walls are holding a breath, waiting for you to exhale what you've outgrown. What was once invisible becomes palpable. What you used to ignore now whispers louder. This is the beginning of your awakening, not through force, but through surrender. This kind of awakening rarely announces itself with lightning. Instead, it tiptoes in through dreams that linger long after you wake. Through the sense that someone or something is near, even when you're alone. Through the soft realization that people who once consumed your thoughts now pass through your life like mist, without drama or goodbye. Their energy no longer holds you, not because you stopped caring, but because you finally remembered who you are without their pull. Letting go, Scorpio, is not always about cutting ties with anger or pain. Sometimes, it is the gentle release that happens when your frequency no longer matches what once tethered you. And this week, the universe is holding open a sacred space for exactly that. As Mercury moves through your 4th house and Pluto continues to rise in harmony with the Sun, your internal landscape becomes fertile for clarity. Venus conjunct Uranus may stir surprise endings or unexpected farewells, but rather than resist them, you're beginning to recognize them as spiritual release-level permissions to breathe again. Energetic clearing is happening all around you. Perhaps you've been cleaning obsessively. Maybe your sleep feels disrupted. Maybe you keep waking at 3 a.m., heart pulsing, eyes wide. These are not random disruptions. They are signals that your nervous system is recalibrating to a new, truer timeline. When old wounds no longer dictate your reactions, when forgiveness becomes an act of power instead of weakness, you know the shift has begun. What's leaving you now may have once held purpose, but it has served its time. The relationships, patterns, expectations, and even self-images that were rooted in survival are being peeled away, gently but firmly. You're no longer trying to be loved by shrinking, by compromising your voice, or by begging to be understood. You are starting to choose love that recognizes your soul's resonance. The love that feels like a soft landing rather than a battlefield. And this transformation doesn't make you colder. It makes you cleaner. You begin to see the difference between drama and depth. Between comfort and connection. Between companionship and compatibility. That's how you know your soul is awakening. When silence becomes nourishing, when solitude becomes sacred, when peace is more attractive than approval, that's when you're rising. If you're nodding to yourself as you hear this, you're not alone. You're not imagining the heaviness or the dreams or the quiet exits. You're in the sacred swirl of release. The cogs of destiny are turning, and your body is adjusting to the truth of who you're becoming. And as you adjust, ask yourself gently, am I ready to forgive those who hurt meant it for their sake, but so I can finally be free? When you release with love, you don't just close a door, you unlock one. If that question stirred something in you, write it down. Share it in the comments. You never know how your voice might echo into someone else's breakthrough. And perhaps by speaking it, you'll realize you've already begun. Scorpio, as your inner and outer worlds begin to mirror each other more clearly, this week calls for more than just awareness, it calls for devotion. Not in the traditional sense of sacrifice or striving, but in the sacred sense of making space. When we sense that something significant is approaching, whether it is a person, a message, a change, or an alignment, we must become intentional in the way we prepare ourselves to receive it. Just as one would tidy the house before welcoming a cherished guest, your soul is asking for the same kind of loving preparation. To begin, return to your breath. Not the shallow, unconscious rhythm that carries us through the noise of the day, but the conscious, grounding kind that brings you back into your body. Try the 4-7-8 method. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Do this for a few minutes every morning before the world begins to speak. This kind of breath resets the nervous system and sends a clear signal to your inner world. I am safe. I am open. I am ready. Evenings are sacred gates. During the days between November 5th and 10th, allow your nights to become rituals. Light a candle purple if you're calling in transformation, white if you're calling in peace. Diffuse lavender essential oil or sip on chamomile tea as you let your body know it is safe to rest. Let scripture or a short devotional become the final voice you hear before sleep. Something like, "Be still and know that I am God," may be all it takes to reroute anxiety and root you in divine trust. This is not about doing more. It's about creating stillness so you can finally hear what is already trying to speak to you. Set aside a few minutes to write each day. Ask yourself, if he knocked on my door today, the one who was sent from you, would I be ready? Let your answers flow without judgment. This journal becomes the sacred record of your awakening, your willingness to let go of old energies, and your quiet faith that what is for you is already finding its way. Let's talk about the art of letting go. The law of attraction doesn't ask you to force your desires into existence. It invites you to become the version of yourself who is already living that life, and then to release your grip. The more you chase, the more you affirm its absence. But when you soften, when you say, "I trust," and take aligned action while surrendering the timeline, you make space for divine orchestration to do its work. So each evening, as you light your candle and sip your tea, say aloud or in silence, "Lord, prepare my heart to receive what you have already prepared for me. I don't ask for more than what's mine, I only ask for what aligns with the soul you created." Let that be your prayer. Not because you're begging, but because you're aligning. During this time, surround yourself with colors that hold specific vibrational medicine. Deep purple helps transmute fear into wisdom. Navy blue protects your energy field and helps you stay centered. Gold tones, like copper or bronze, attract prosperity and the kind of clarity that doesn't just shine, it warms and activates. Dress with intention. Light with intention. Rest with intention. You are not passively waiting. You are preparing. That preparation is not only sacred, it is magnetic. The energy of your readiness calls in what matches it. If you feel this deep down, if something inside you is nodding along, speak it into existence. Write a comment. Share what colors you're using. What prayers you're whispering. What dreams you're tracking. Because when you confirm it out loud, you don't just anchor it for yourself, you become the sign someone else has been waiting for. Scorpio, after all the shifts you've been sensing, after the shedding, the dreams, the clearing out of what no longer resonates, what comes next is not just a reward, it's a revelation. Not because you've earned it in the traditional sense, but because you've aligned with it. The frequency of your life has changed, and the universe, in all its wisdom, has taken notice. This is the moment when reality begins to reflect your readiness, not instantly, but undeniably. And it will happen in ways both extraordinary and beautifully quiet. You may find yourself suddenly standing in front of a connection that feels different. It won't be forced or dramatic. It will arrive with the ease of something divinely timed. The energy will match you, not mimic you, not drain you, not confuse you, but resonate with you. Like two notes in perfect harmony. You'll recognize it not just in your heart, but in your body. Your breath will steady. Your pulse may quicken. Your intuition will whisper, "This is real." And in that moment, you'll remember what it feels like to be deeply met. And while love or connection may be one of the expressions of this alignment, it's not the only one. For some, this may come in the form of unexpected abundance, a financial door that opens where you least expect it. A contract long delayed that finally moves forward. A property that finds you, not the other way around. These are not random blessings. They are direct responses to the inner clarity and courage you've cultivated. The more you released what didn't serve you, the more you made room for what truly belongs to you. Peace will also arrive, but not the shallow kind that comes from avoiding conflict or suppressing truth. This is a deeper peace, the kind that roots itself in your bones. The kind that lets you wake up in the morning without the old ache of loneliness or anxiety. The kind that makes even your silence feel full. It is born from the realization that you are no longer chasing love, success, or meaning. You are attracting it through the stillness of your certainty. And for some, the confirmation will come through whispers from beyond. A dream that brings the voice or presence of someone you've lost. A feather, a number, a scent that arrives out of nowhere and yet feels like it carries a message meant just for you. These are not accidents. They are the soul's way of reminding you that you are always guided even when you feel alone. Especially then. So how will you know when it's happening? You'll feel it in your chest, like your heart suddenly beating in a rhythm you forgot you knew. You'll look around and realize that time has slowed, or perhaps that the world around you has grown quiet, as if waiting for you to notice. It might come through a phrase someone says, a glance that lingers, a moment of synchronicity so precise it couldn't possibly be random. You'll know, Scorpio. And when you do, trust it. And now, I want to hear from you. What signs have you seen this week? Have the numbers repeated, the dreams intensified, or the energy around you shifted in ways you can't explain? Share it in the comments, not just to be heard, but to confirm that you are connected. That you are not imagining it. That the universe is speaking, and you are listening. Your voice may be the affirmation someone else was waiting to see today. And that, in itself, is a miracle in motion. Scorpio, if you've made it to this point in our journey together, I want you to pause for just a moment and truly feel how far you've already come. Not just in this reading, but in your life. You've survived endings you thought would break you, released attachments that once defined you, and opened your soul to a future that still feels mysterious but no longer frightening. That's not a small thing. That's the quiet courage that transforms timelines. And now, you stand on the threshold of something sacred. Not just a reward, but a a mirror of your growth, your healing, and your decision to finally choose yourself. Everything you've cleared over the past weeks energetically, emotionally, even physically has created a sacred space within and around you. And into that space, the universe is now sending something aligned. Not because you chased it. Not because you begged for it. But because you became ready. You became available to receive. And when you choose to live in that energy of readiness, what you've prayed for no longer runs from you, it finds you. So what comes next? That's where your power lives. You are the door through which the miracle enters. When you say yes to your worth, to your intuition, to your spiritual alignment, life begins to conspire in your favor. Whether it's a relationship that mirrors your soul instead of your wounds, a financial opportunity that feels divinely timed, or simply a wave of peace that reminds you you're no longer navigating the world alone, what arrives next is not here to save you. It's here to walk beside you. It's here to confirm what your spirit has always known: you are already enough. I want you to remember this, Scorpio. Your destiny was never about waiting for someone else to give you permission to shine. It was about remembering that the light you seek has always lived inside you. And when you finally stand in that light, unapologetically, everything that is meant for you begins to align. Not overnight, not always in the way you expect, but always in the timing that is sacred. So let me ask you, not as a distant narrator, but as someone walking this journey with you, Are you ready to open the door not just to someone else, but to yourself? Are you ready to receive the version of your life that matches the clarity of your heart? Are you ready to say, I deserve more than survival? I deserve to thrive in peace, in purpose, in power? Take a moment, Scorpio, and feel into that. And if your answer is yes, even if it's still a quiet yes, a trembling yes, let that be enough. Let that yes change everything. I want to sincerely thank you for spending your energy, your attention, and your spirit with me today. Your presence here is not just appreciated, it is seen. It is felt. Every like, every comment, every subscription you offer helps keep this sacred space alive and expanding. Miracle of the Sign isn't just a channel, it's a soul community, and you are part of it. So tell me in the comments, have you seen the signs? Have you felt that inner shift? What is your spirit ready to receive now? What dream are you ready to open the door for? Let your voice be the confirmation of your alignment. Let your presence be your prayer. And if this message has touched you, encouraged you, or reminded you of who you really are, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Stay connected. Stay open. Because from November 5th to 10th, something beautiful is being delivered to your doorstep. And Scorpio, this time, you'll be ready to receive it.